In this lecture, we'll be taking a look at how we can select a specific record and edit that record. So here you can see the customers list like John and Matt are coming over here, and now we have introduced a button called edit. Clicking on edit will basically show me the details of this particular customer, and after that we'll be able to edit them. So what we're trying to do is, let's click on this edit, and here you can see it's showing me customer details for Matt. All the stuff is coming over here like name, city, state and country, email ID. So let's go ahead and see what exactly we need to do in order to get this result. Here in our customers.js file, till now what we have done is we have created the customers table using which we are able to display the table data of all the customers that we have in our system. Now here you can see we have updated it a bit. So inside the render method, this is the first method that is being called. So it checks for loading state. If it's loading true, then it will show this one, and if it's loading set to false, then it will render the customers data. And here you can see we are passing the customers details, and then we are passing this as well. Next, what we have done is inside render customers table method, we have updated these two parameters over here as arguments, and then when we are clicking on this edit button, this is what exactly happening. So on click, we are assigning a method called edit customer. Now here you will notice that we are using CTRL or control parameter. Here we are passing control, and using this particular control we are actually creating this edit customer, because this particular method renders as an AJAX call. So we'll have to keep track of this argument that we have passed, and over here this is converted as a control parameter, CTRL. So we are saying control.edit customer, and then we are passing this particular customer as an argument over here. Now once you click on the edit button, this method gets called edit customer. So this is all that we are doing in edit customer. What we are doing for now is we are setting the state as current set to this customer and editing set to true. Now you will notice that the state that we had earlier now also includes a current object. Currently it's set to string, but later when we'll be editing it, we'll be converting it to an object type. For this lecture, let's consider it as a string variable. So here we have this current, and then we are setting this current as an object, which we are getting as a parameter over here in edit customer parameter. As soon as this set state gets called, the editing value is set to true. And when this happens, the render method gets called again. Now this time it is going to execute this particular piece of code. So it is going to check whether editing is set to true or false. If it is set to true, then this is going to render this particular method, that is customers.render current customer. Now render current customer takes the current customer that we have clicked on, and here inside this method you can see we are passing that particular customer. Now this is again generating a table, but this time it is for a single user. So the name of the user will appear over here as customer details, and then you'll have to closely monitor a couple of things over here. The first paragraph that we have has this value customer ID, which we will be using to send back to the server to update the particular customer. And here the other paragraph tags that we have are for name, city, state, country, email. You will also notice that we have given respective names to these text boxes. Like for name we have name, city, state, country and email. After this you'll also notice we have this on change event. This is required because as soon as we'll make the changes, the attributes will be updated, and this on change event is required. If you remove this, the error message will appear and it will ask you to provide either on change event or mark these input fields as read only. So here as we are editing, we will have to provide on change event, and you can see that on change event we are saying that customer name should be whatever we are entering into this particular text box, and this gets from this value, this.target.event.value. And the same thing has been repeated, as you can see, for every other input type. It's just the attribute keeps on changing. So here it's for name, then next one we have for city, similarly for state, country and email. So once you have created this particular component, this will be rendered in the render method as content. So now as you can see here, let's click on customers and you'll get the list over here. Now if I click on Matt, you'll notice the details of Matt is being populated over here. Now in the next one, we'll see how we can send this data back to the server and update it.